I am not only offended and disgusted. This was sent to me by Michelle Sleet. If you guys know Michelle runs the 2 largest DoorDash groups on Facebook. They are private. You have to be accepted, meaning like they keep the trolls out, and they have so many mods they will kick you out. There's 2 different groups totaling over 250,000 active users. It's crazy. Michelle sent me this. I was giving her a little plug there. If you guys want to know her groups, I'll put those in the show notes as well after the fact. But we have to look at this because I don't even know what to tell you. So DoorDashers, this one's for you. We've all seen bad offers, but how many things are wrong here? Okay. $6 guaranteed, including tips. So this is what you're getting paid. You're getting paid $6. And for that $6, you are going to drive 11.5 miles to the delivery and 11.5 miles back. So you're going to do 23 miles for $6. So we now are just, I mean, add one more mile and we're at 25 cents a mile that you're being paid. Now, on top of that, you have to, you have to be 21 because alcohol is involved. I've told all you guys, alcohol delivery is illegal. As we know, Uber Connect has been illegal, but they've launched it 5 times. Some of you guys don't believe me on the illegal thing with the drizzly stuff and all that, but I have actually talked to their communities. Remember, we are, and hold on, I'll wait till I take this screen off. But then check participants' ID, and because of ID factors, I don't know if that's why they put it at the bottom, but may need to be returned. So all of that for $6? Are you kidding me? I mean, even a nonprofit would pay you the mileage. I can't even go here. This is potentially the worst DoorDash offer I've ever seen. 25 cents a mile, and you're going to be checking somebody's ID. Remember, okay, so this is what I wanted to say about the ID thing. For those that say, hey, man, I don't know if it's really illegal. Okay, it depends on the state you're in. You have to be certified. I was a bartender and bar owner here in Colorado for decades. You have to be certified, tip certified, to be able to handle liquor, whether at a packaged liquor store or whether at a bar, restaurant. You have to be. Anything that involves touching it, you have to be tip certified. Again, here's why. And then people are like, well, if that was the case, they'd tell us. No, they wouldn't. They always do. They play the independent contractor card from all angles. So anytime they say, here, we've got this liquor delivery thing now on the app, they're saying to you, hey, independent contractor, we offer this service now. If you're certified to do that, you should do it. But what they don't do is make you upload, and they can't. Again, they make us upload other documents, but they pick and choose which ones. And the funny thing is they've chosen, we don't need to see your proof that you're allowed to handle liquor. Part of the training of tips is that, and it's called different things in different states, but many states call it tips certification. But the part of it too is establishing if somebody's drunk. And there's so many different levels to that. Because you shouldn't be serving a drunk person, even if they're ordering it to their house. You know, if it's like, if you're thinking, oh man, it's like an 8 a.m. delivery, you might have one of the drunkest people in town ordering that booze. And remember, it's all on you. And I talk to insurance agents all the time. I always do. And you guys know why. I do it to clear up certain topics. They won't touch you with the 10-foot pole. I don't know what insurance you carry, but nobody's going to have your hand in this one. And if you think DoorDash or Uber Eats or I don't know, wherever you're doing these through has your back, please just think about it. I'm not telling you what to do, but just think about it. If you really just know that when you're delivering that, say the mantra to yourself, I'm okay doing this because DoorDash has got my back if anything goes wrong. If you believe that, go ahead and deliver it. I don't. And I know that there's, like here in Colorado, it is illegal. So if somebody were to get, if you delivered to somebody who was 20 and their parents were gone and the kid had his brother's ID or something home from college, and they get the booze from you, and one of them gets drunk and falls off the roof and breaks his neck, it's on you. Your insurance is going to go, who are you? Yeah. We're not touching you, man. I mean, that's the same as kind of like the Uber teen situation, but If you think DoorDash is going to rush in and go, don't worry, we got your back. They're not. They are not. None of them are. So you always just know, just because they don't say it in the app does not mean it's not just because they put it in the app. And I've said this for years, does not mean it's legal. They do illegal stuff all of the time. And I know still to this day, I forget that some of the people haven't been listening for a long time, but I got to say, like, still to this day, people are like, they wouldn't put it in the app unless it was legal. Really? Okay, then explain Uber Connect, because that launched in 2018 and it has launched 6 times and then been shut down. If you dive deep enough into Uber Connect, the reason it gets shut down every time is drug dealing. We've made jokes about it for years, but that is the truth. The first time they launched it in Oakland, that's the only people who were using it. They were sending drugs across the Bay Bridge or across the Oakland Bridge into San Francisco, and they weren't having to do it for themselves. They were doing it. They were paying a driver $13 to do it. There ended up being a complete sting around it. SWAT, all these people were involved, and they shut it down. They found the people were starting to do it in like old sneakers. They were like putting cocaine in the old sneakers and stuff, and then putting them in the trunk. John Dash Theory. Dash is a good friend of mine. He, was on the round table for years with us. And, one of the round tables we were talking about, he's like, I did an Uber Connect just to see. And I was like, really? And I'm like, how'd it go? I'm expecting him to tell me it went well, but it was a lady in a trailer that came out with like 7 boxes, threw them in his trunk. And his job was to go to take them to the post office and mail them out for her. You guys, seriously? I mean, she had one of those, some people who maybe it's an eBay store. Maybe you're lucky and it's an eBay store, because she had a scale. She could do the printing of through online of the postage. So all of it was ready to go. But John had to walk into the post office, and he had to sign. And they didn't say, hey, here's an exemption box if you're an Uber Connect driver. No, he had to sign that there were no liquids or explosives in those boxes. He didn't know. He had no idea. To this day, he has no idea. So if he'd gotten caught, do you think that lady's going to go, I never saw this guy in my life. And even if he's like, you can follow me on the GPS and the app, and I was there. Okay, well, I didn't give it to you. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I just can see all these different scenarios. And we know they've been shut down for this so many times. So it just doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, back to this real quick, and then we're moving on. If you guys have a worse offer than this, please mail it to me. I would love to see a worse offer. 25 cents per mile to put your entire existence on the line, no less. Because when I say that, again, remember, when it's liquor or it's Uber teen, you're talking about, multi-million-dollar lawsuit. I don't think any of us are in a position in our lifetime to pay that back. So there goes any hopes of you having a future at all, working 3 jobs just to pay off a lawsuit, and you'll never pay it off. Just to make $2 extra on liquor? Newbies, do not do it. You're the ones that they really want to trick, so don't do it. And with that, I just say, just anything in the app, it's like, you can turn off the liquor deliveries. Just turn them off. Duh. But the newbies might not know that. And they might, again, just think, if it's on this app, it's legal, right? No. Guys, any newbies, go with your gut. If you're like, how is this allowed? It probably isn't. So don't do it.